So there's a lot of different sources for like imagery and data. Um, I want to like do all the other ones. So it used to be called pictometry. Now it's called Eagle View. What's good about them is they tend to do it when the canopy is reduced, so you can see more. Like, especially for people on the East Coast in the winter, it's like in the wintertime the trees are bare and you can see underneath. But OUSA has a license for this, and any of the orienteering clubs I think can get access. So I don't personally have that right now, but I mean you could go check it out. It used to be called pictometry, now it's Eagle View. But let's try just maps.google.com. Let's go to Mesa College. And then what I like to do when I go into the satellite more, I like to turn off those labels. Then I can zoom in to the area I want. And that way, when you're doing something to print out, you want to be able to zoom in pretty far. And of course, like stitching together a lot of screenshots, that could be like kind of a pain. So it's like a balance between how far you zoom in and then to get the resolution versus practically, putting it together. This probably could work for what I want to do, And then on a Mac, I can actually, do that to like, I can do a partial screenshot so I can kind of avoid the clutter around the edge. And then I do several of them, then I use like Photoshop to put them together. There's other sources, of course. So there's like, let's look at the same thing in Bing. Actually, this is the area I want to compare in Bing. You can see some of those shadows there. If we zoom in, it's like really the shadows. Like under the shadow there, you can't really see what's going on. I know you can like interpolate the trails, that's fine, but sometimes that's a real problem. You're like trying to check things out. So let's compare this with other sources, like Bing. Bing.com. Maps. Is that it? Naps. Let's go to Maps. I think I typed Naps. Mesa College. San Diego Mesa College. There we go. Okay, let's close that. Come on. They just love to give you lots of stuff. Where'd I go? Did I lose myself? There we go. Okay. Yeah, obviously I don't use this one as much, so it's like, where is everything? Hybrid aerial. See if we have bird's eye. Oh, we do have bird's eye. That's awesome. So you can do more with bird's eye. So that will help you see, because it'll give you different angles. So if you can't see through the trees, you can like see the other side of the trees. Are we able to rotate this view? I remember it used to be so easy to do that too. That's really cool. But bird's eye is not very good for, it's more like when you're drafting and you need to look. But for downloading, let's use aerial. And let's go to that area that we were curious about. Now, if I zoom in here, it really looks like, yeah, Google's photos are much better. See, there's like way more shadows here. And there's a lot less contrast than the Google photos. And then you have to zoom out a certain amount to get rid of those paths. And I'm not sure how to automatically do that in Bing. But then again, I can take my screenshot, And then those won't be georeferenced. So when you go to your mapping program, you'll have to like manually adjust them to another aerial photo. Like you have to line up certain things. Okay, so let's go to Strava. Now this really helps if you are logged into Strava. It will work better. So I'm going to do that. For some reason, I've just noticed when I want to get data from Strava, that's what I got to do. So that's my headwaters run from yesterday. Almost 2,000 feet of climb. Okay, so I'm going to go now to search for Strava global heat map. And that Strava global heat map is the key. It's kind of fun to look at too. All right, let's zoom in. Let's try to find Mesa College. Actually, we can switch the map over here to standard. That will be helpful. Wow, a lot of aquatic activity people track here too. Okay, I can see Mesa College. Now, you might see things that aren't in the trail map, but it's like the social trails. So here, it's these things going down to the road. You might map those as indistinct paths, but that's what this is really, really good for. It's not as useful here, but if you have trails in the forest and you can't see from the aerial photo where they are, so many people do. I mean, GPS tracks, if you just GPS it yourself, it's like it could be off, but with millions of tracks, you'll see a really thick line where it really is. So that's what's great about this resource. So in order to use it effectively, I think it's good to turn it to 100%. I think it's great to use the satellite photo and then just zoom in as far as you can. You'll be able to, like adjust this to a template. So you could even just like focus on the area you want and take a screenshot of it. But what you want to make sure you do is you find things in the photo that would be good for like fixing something like it's on the ground, but obviously a lot of stuff that's on the ground is being tracked over. So let's find some features like the baseball diamond. If it's got like a mound, like here, the pitcher's mound right here, that would be good, a good anchor point. And then you just need something somewhere else, like one of these fields on campus. Like I could use that. So you got to make sure that your screenshot includes, tennis courts are also very great for that. Like the corner of the boundary of a tennis court can be used to line things up. So yeah, take a screenshot and that will give you some trails to trace. So Command-Shift-4 from the Mac, make a huge picture, and let me actually zoom in a little more and do this again. That's so funny. If I turn it into dark, oh, okay. Light is where I see it best. But when I have satellite on, it's really hard to see that. Okay, well maybe I won't be using that. But there you go.